Hi everyone! In this video, we're going to focus on 5 common words in English. Common, relatable. By common, I mean they're very common. They're literally essential words in English. It means that without them, you cannot be a fluent speaker in English. All right, that's number 1, which is that they're common, very common and important words in English. Second, they are relatable. These 5 words that we're gonna learn are relatable. That makes it easier for students, for English learners, to learn the words and remember them forever. Yeah, so when they're relatable, it's just easier for you guys to remember and recall the words whenever you need it in your speaking. So again, it relates to your speaking and to your fluency. 3, you're gonna learn them with many examples. That means in the context. You know, the right way of learning vocabulary is learning it in the context, right? Why is that? Because when you learn the words in contents, when you learn the words in many examples, you can understand how it's used and how you can use it in different situations, in different contexts. So it will be a great help for you to activate the words if you learn them in context, in many examples. Consistency is everything when it comes to fluency in English and when it comes to speaking in a language. You need to be consistently exposed to a language. Whether it's grammar, whether it's vocabulary lessons, you got to be consistently exposed to those lessons, to English voices and everything. In English, vocabulary and grammar are the foundation of language. They're the things that a language is made of. So you want to make sure that you have consistent lessons, consistent sessions of learning vocabulary and grammar, and you want to make sure that you're using the right methods. You want to make sure that you can ask your questions whenever you want. It has the same purpose as you, which is speaking. All right? It's just not learning some stuff in English. It is learning them in a way that you can bring them into use. This is our purpose. So if you have the same purpose and if you have the same goal, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. I'll be so happy and honored to have you by my side. Comment down below if you have any suggestions that in a way that we can make things better for you guys to understand. You can just comment down below your suggestion. What do you think of the videos and how they can be better? I will be really happy to just check them out and see what's going on. Thank you so much. Without further ado, let's start this lesson. Number 1, manage. Manage is a verb. To be in charge of or handle something, especially tasks or people, in an effective way. Well, when you are managing something or someone, you're making sure that things are going the way that they should, and you're handling things, you're watching over things and make sure nothing's wrong, and you're managing things, you're controlling things, all right? You are in charge of something. It means that you have the responsibility of something. He struggled to manage his time effectively between work and study. Oh my God, this is important. Struggled means he tried, okay? So he tried to manage his time effectively in a right way, in a good way, between work and study. When you're trying to manage your time between your work and your study, that means that you're trying to take care of your time, that how it is going on between your work and study. That means he's taking care of both of them, work and study. They managed to complete a project before the deadline, or the project before the deadline. Manage to complete something, complete a task, complete a work. That means that you make sure that things be finished, your work be finished, your project be finished by a certain time. You make sure of that when you manage to complete. That means you take care of that. You make sure it happens. You control that. You watch over that so that there is nothing wrong with that. The adjective of the day is organized. When something is organized, that is really working fine. When something is organized, everything is in a structured and controlled way, okay? Everything is under your control. So that is when things are organized. Things are moving towards a direction. Here it says arranged or structured in a systematic way to ensure efficiency, to make sure that there is effectiveness, efficiency, and effectiveness. Well, to make sure that everything is just going towards progress, everything is fine, and there is no problem. An organized workplace. Workplace is somewhere you work. An organized workplace is a place that everything is scheduled. Everything is planned. Everything is certain. You know what's happening at what time. You know whose job is what. You know each person's responsibility. You know your own responsibility. Everything is clear. Okay? So when everything is clear, there is this chance that things go more on plan and more on schedule, and there won't be any waste of time or waste of energy. You know that things won't go wrong when things are organized, when a workplace is organized. Something is organized is less likely to go wrong, is less likely to have any problems or issues. The event was well organized. The event means, for example, a party, a meeting, event, okay? Here it says the event was well organized. When something is well organized, it is like organized in a good way. It is arranged in a good way. Control. The noun of today is control. The power to influence people's action or the course of event. Control means the power, the influence you have over people and over people's behavior and over event, over situation, over anything, okay? That is control. For example, he lost control of the vehicle on the slippery road. Okay, he lost control of the vehicle. He means that he didn't have the power on the car, on the vehicle anymore. He couldn't control it. He couldn't have that power and influence on that so that it could change it into something right. Okay, so when he lost control of it, everything went wrong and he couldn't manage that. He couldn't control that anymore. So it's a really famous phrase. To lose control means that you don't have power or influence over that thing anymore, and you cannot make decisions for that. So it can go wrong. The manager has control. When we have control over something, over someone or some situation, we have the influence and power over that, and we can change it into our wants and our goals. Okay, so here it says he has the control over the budget and the project deadlines. Whatever that is, he can control it. He can have control over that, so he can change it into whatever he wants. Effective control of resources is crucial for a successful business. Effective control. We can bring adjective before a noun, right? So have control over something, and we can have an effective control over something. We can have ineffective control, powerful control over something or of something. So here it says effective control of resources. All right? Is crucial. It means it's really important to have that control over our resources. Effective in a good way, in a way that it's bring us progress. Number four is handle. Handle is a synonym of manage. Handle is the synonym of manage. They have their differences, little differences. but manage or deal with something, especially in a skillful way, in a way that you're good at it, okay? You know what to do. So you're handling with something, you have also focusing on the fact that you have the ability to do that. So some of the time when someone tells you about a problem, when you know yourself responsible of that, and when you know yourself capable of taking responsibility of that and fixing that problem, you say that I'll handle it. I'll handle it. I will handle it. I will handle it. That means that I will take control and I will fix it. I will manage that and I will fix it because I am good at it. You're not necessarily saying that, but it has a meaning. How to handle things. She knows how to handle difficult situations. Well, that means that she is good at controlling difficult situations and stay calm and fixing problems. That is handling with difficult situations, to manage things and to make things better. So she's good at that. The team is capable of handling large-scale projects. The team is capable of handling something, okay? Something big. So when you're capable of doing something, it means that you can do that thing. So here it says the team is capable of handling large-scale projects. That means that the team is able to handle big things and to take control of big things and take responsibility of those things and to fix it and to make it better, and to solve the problems. He handled the customer complaint. We can handle the customer complaint. We can handle someone's complaint. Okay, complaint is when someone is angry with you because of the bad service or whatever you did. So customers' complaint is some are unhappy with your service. So they have their complaint. So you handle those complaints with, for example, being patient and just take control and take responsibility and making things better. When you take control of the customer complaint, you find the problem and you solve it so that the customer be happy. Number 5, mismanage. Mismanage is the opposite of manage. It's so obvious. Well, mismanage something is when you are not able of managing something. When you manage something poorly, in a bad way, in a negative way. You don't know how to manage things, so you mismanage things, okay? So here it says to handle or control something poorly or ineffectively. Ineffectively, not effective, not good, not productive. So you handle or control things in a bad way when you mismanage things. Here it says the project was delayed because the resources were mismanaged. So the project was delayed, was put for another time because the resources were mismanaged. So when you mismanage something, you're not able to manage that and you ruin it, or you cannot solve the problems. The project can be mismanaged. That means that the project doesn't go well and it confronts with some problems and it won't be effective and productive and good. We can mismanage time. This is so important. Many times we're managing our times. We're, for example, making a schedule. We are making sure that everything goes well and we use our time effectively. But when we mismanage the time, that means we don't do that. We lose our time and we just have a lot of time wasted. So that means that we weren't able to manage our time correctly and in a good way, in an effective way. When we mismanage our time, we can face a problem because of the mismanagement of something, okay? So here it says that the company faced financial trouble because of the mismanagement of funds because of the mismanagement of money. So we can manage money and we can mismanage money and lose the money. And later on, we will face financial trouble. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to make your examples. And if you want, you can comment down below. I will happily check them and correct you if you had any mistakes. Stick to your plans and lessons. I share with you structured and consistent lessons of vocabulary and grammar. So don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. Thank you. Bye.